The night was cold, and the fire crackled in the heart of the village square. Children gathered close, their faces glowing orange from the flames. Old men sat in silence, puffing on their pipes, while women whispered softly to each other. No one noticed the figure that crept quietly into the circle, no one but me. He was a tall, shadowy man with a crooked walking stick. His face was marked with deep scars, and his eyes seemed older than the sky itself. The elders shifted uneasily when they saw him, but no one spoke a word. The man raised his stick and tapped it on the ground. "You think you know the fire," he said, his voice low and rough. "But you don't know what it can whisper to those who truly listen." The children stared wide-eyed. The stranger leaned closer to the flames. His voice dropped to a whisper. "Long ago, before you were born, there was a village not far from here, a place cursed by greed and pride. The village of Uganda was once wealthy and powerful. Traders traveled from far lands to buy their precious beads, colorful cloths, and baskets woven with gold. But the villagers were proud, too proud. They believed their riches made them better than others. At the heart of this village was a powerful hunter named Jabari. He was the strongest man in Uganda, feared by warriors and admired by maidens. Jabari hunted alone and brought back the biggest game: antelopes, lions, even leopards. His pride matched his strength, and soon he believed he was above everyone else. One evening, Jabari returned from the forest carrying a rare black leopard skin. The people cheered and called him a hero, but an old woman named Momateni shook her head. "You walk with too much pride," she warned. "The spirits see you." Jabari laughed. "I fear no spirits. I am stronger than any curse." Momateni's wrinkled face hardened. Even the strongest man cannot outrun the whispers of the fire. Weeks passed, and strange things began to happen. The village's cattle started to die one by one. Crops withered under the sun, and the village well turned bitter. Whispers spread through Uganda. "The spirits are angry." Some blamed Jabari. Others said Momateni's warning had come true. Jabari ignored the rumors until one night, while resting by his fire, he heard a voice. It was soft at first, almost like the wind. "You cannot escape." Jabari sat up, gripping his spear. The flames flickered, and for a moment, he saw a shadow dancing within the fire, the shape of a black leopard with glowing red eyes. "You took what was not yours," the voice hissed. The next morning, Jabari woke to find the leopard skin he had brought home missing. In its place was a trail of black soot leading into the forest. The villagers whispered that night. Some claimed the spirits had come to claim what was theirs. Others believed it was a warning for Jabari to change his prideful ways. But Jabari refused to believe it. He grabbed his spear and followed the trail deep into the forest. The trees seemed darker than usual, their branches curling like claws. Strange whispers surrounded him, and shadows moved just beyond his sight. The deeper he went, the louder the whispers became. Suddenly, the trail ended in a small clearing. In the center lay the leopard skin, curled as if it were alive. Jabari reached out, but before his fingers touched it, the ground shook. The shadow of the black leopard rose from the earth, its glowing red eyes fixed on Jabari. "You were warned," the voice growled. "You took what was not yours and carried pride in your heart. Now you will pay the price." Before Jabari could react, the shadow lunged at him. The wind howled, the trees trembled, and the fire in Jabari's torch died out. Days passed, and Jabari never returned to Uganda. The villagers believed he was gone forever, claimed by the spirits. But one night, a figure staggered back into the village. Jabari, weak and thin, his once strong body now frail. He no longer carried his spear or wore his proud smile. "I have seen the spirits," Jabari told the villagers. "I heard the whispers from the fire, and they taught me that strength is nothing without humility." From that day on, Jabari became a different man. He stopped boasting about his strength and began teaching young hunters to respect the forest and honor the spirits. And the village of Uganda flourished again, for they had learned that pride and greed invite destruction, but wisdom and humility bring peace. The stranger finished his story, and the fire crackled once more. The villagers, silent and thoughtful, stared into the flames. The fire whispers to those who listen, the stranger muttered as he stood up. And those who ignore it may not live to tell the tale. He turned and walked away, disappearing into the night. And though no one knew his name, some say he was the spirit of Jabari himself, still wandering, still warning those who forget that the greatest strength lies not in muscle, but in humility.